G'day, my name's Nigel Morris and I'm electric motorcycle obsessed. I've got just about the best job in the world today. I'm here in the magnificent Akuna Bay on the northern beaches of Sydney, and I get to test ride not just one, but two brand new electric motorcycles that you can buy today in Australia. We've got both models of the Evoke electric motorcycles here. We've got the Urban Classic in the very graceful blue, I have to say. It's just really popping in this light. And the Urban S, which is here today in the red. The Classic has the bigger charging options, so almost 4 kilowatts of charging, 3.6 I think it is. So that's a really nice charge rate for a bike. Different styling too, mirrors, lower bars, more sort of cafe racer style headlight. But other than that, essentially the same bikes. I do like the extra charging capacity on the Classic. All right, I'm busting to go for a ride, but let's talk about a couple of the features of this bike before we get rolling. As you can see, nice looking bike. Looks like it's got all the right features for it to be a nice bike to ride, first and foremost. Braided hydraulic lines, nice big fat forks, dual discs on the front. I'm liking what I see so far. The other thing that I've noticed about this bike that's different to a lot of electrics in Australia is hub drive. No belts to snap, no chain noise, nice and simple. Develops about 19 kilowatts, so not super powerful, but the nice thing about hub drives is they develop fantastic torque and really, really simple. So I look forward to seeing what that's like. About 8.5 kilowatt hours down in the battery, again, really good for a little city bike, which is what most electric motorbikes are about.
A couple of things about electric motorcycles is being quiet and smooth. That's when you ride them, they're just enjoyable to ride. I'm very passionate about doing the right thing by the environment. Something that doesn't use up petrol is something that's important to us. The other features like having reverse.
It's got a reverse gear on it.
Yeah, so getting it in and out of the shed, driveways, steep driveways, just having reverse is just a blessing.
Beautiful. Yeah. And charging facilities. This has got a charge port on the back. Tell me about the charging on electric motorcycles, because that's a really important feature.
So it runs a J1772, which is a Type 1 charger.
Type 1, yeah.
So you can plug into any Type 1 charger that's out on the road, but most of your charging will be at home, plugged into a 3-pin plug, 240 volt, and I ride the bike 3 or 4 days a week before I have to plug in and charge. I get home, if it's below half full, I plug in and charge overnight. Get up in the morning and it's full.
I reckon it's time we had a ride, boys. What do you reckon?
Excellent.
I'm in. I like the performance. Just the go, just the twist and go. Yep. I know we were going up the windies the other day and I didn't have to worry what gear I was in. I didn't have to worry what throttle. I was always at the right torque curve, and I actually went up the windies quicker because I was actually riding better, not concentrating on engine speed. I
love that about electric motorbikes. You don't have to worry about gear changes, clutches, heat, carburation, fueling. All of that's gone. You get to concentrate more on riding.
The biggest pro to a hub motor is it's just simple. It's just one moving part, your wheel, that's it. So there's nothing else, there's no belt, there's no chain, there's no maintenance.
You have a front brake on your hand, you have a regenerative rear brake, but you also have a combination brake on your foot. So it does the back brake and then does the front as well.
Right, so a linked set of discs, front and rear.
Yep, so you actually have a nice even braking.
So Nigel, you've ridden the bike, what do you think of the power?
Mate, the power's nice, I like it. It's very smooth. It's got a nice little punch to it, I like that. And pulled beautifully and cleanly up to the authorised speed limit. So no, I like the power. I think for most people, you know, it's kind of got 3 ways to go with electric motorbikes in Australia now, right? You're buying a piece of junk down at the very bottom end of the market that's just going to disappoint you for all sorts of reasons, but it's cheap as chips. You're up at the other end of the market, which is going to cost you 50 grand. It's going to be very impressive, but who's got 50 grand for a motorbike? Not me. And then you guys are coming in quite nicely in the middle. So I think that's the right place to be.
And what did you think of the different bikes, the 2 different bikes?
Hardly any difference. They definitely, the styling is a good choice because it gives buyers a choice of what they feel like they want in terms of styling. The handling, I must say, I was quite impressed with the handling. It was soaking up these bumpy roads really nicely, nice and nimble and agile, like all electrics, no inertia, so they turn on a dime, so they felt very, very nimble. That big wide back tyre and front tyre combo made it felt, you know, quite stable. So I really liked the handling as well, and I think as a city bike, I think either of them is going to do really, really nicely. I put my personal preference, I'll take the Classic. I like the Classic. That extra charging as well, right? Because 8.5 kilowatt hours, you're sort of stuck to the city with that fast charger. Whack it and you're off and running again. So nice.